Hi, everybody. It's Mark Rushton of markrushton.com. It is Saturday morning, February 20th, 2021, and I'm a little only been up for an hour. Haven't showered yet, disheveled. I have things to do today, so we're going to just jump into this one here. Disquiet Hunto, Project 0477, Flying Blind. I talk about the piece that I made, how I made it. And so who am I? I'm Mark Rushton. I'm an ambient avant-garde musician working in working in the areas of ambient, beat-driven electronica, various genre music, field recordings, and environmental recordings and stuff like that. Been doing it for 20 years, completely independent, and got a lot of stuff under my name and lots of pseudonyms. And I've been contributing projects to the Disquiet Hunto for almost 10 years here. And off and on, I've probably done over 100 of them over the years. And so this is the second one in a row so far this year. I just did 476 yesterday, which was based on a photograph that somebody took in Houston, Texas. And then this one's, we'll get to it here. What is the Disquiet Hunto? Well, Mark Wiedenbaum founded the website Disquiet.com in 1996 at the intersection of sound, art, and technology, and since 2012 has moderated the Disquiet Hunto, an active online community of weekly music and sonic projects. The Disquiet Hunto is a group in which musicians respond to weekly, fast turnaround assignments to compose, record, and share new music. The idea is to use constraints as a springboard for creativity. And the Hunto is a group that, what is this Hunto? The word comes from a society that Benjamin Franklin formed in Philadelphia in the early 1700s as a structured form of mutual improvement. The Leather Apron Club. Look it up. So, Disquiet Hunto Project 0477 comes out with just a simple instructions here. This is great. Just one step this week. Step 1, play something blind. That is to say, record a piece of music in which some substantial portion is performed without looking. And I was like, I gotta do this one. This is good. Well, the first two things that I tried to do didn't work out. I tried to do something with my lap steel, and the power supply for the lap steel is only a single pickup, so it's a bit noisy. You always have to use a noise canceling box with it, and one of my 9-volt power adapters doesn't seem to be working or not working well, or who knows what the deal is. I ordered another one. So instead of having a lap steel with a bunch of noise, I didn't want that. So moved on to step 2, which was, or plan B, which was, what did I try to do with that? Oh, I was going to use one of these fire tablets. And then for some reason, I would plug into the headphone jack here to output the audio because I wanted to use K-oscillator. And it didn't recognize that it was, the jack was in there, even though it was in there. Who knows? Those things are a dime a dozen. So I moved on to plan C, which was the best. It was divine intervention. And there we go. This is the iOS app Monovista. And it's you touch it and music happens on the screen or whatever. You do different things. It has sort of a preset sort of thing to it, but you can kind of change. I don't know what everything does here, and this was like a perfect candidate for this particular project. So what I had done was, because of the other instruments that I was going to use, the lap steel and the K oscillator. I had them all set up so that first of all, they would go into my Empress ecosystem, and I used the tape setting there, and it was a blue tape. There's different colors for the different settings, and so it's blue tape, and then whatever the dials were. And then out of that, I run that into my Empress reverb here, and I use my favorite setting, which is the green ghost. Ghost, but then there's like a green light on there. So I call it the green ghost. I like the green ghost better than the blue ghost. And then output that to my Tascam DR05. Very simple. And then, not these. And actually not these either. My other Grado headphones. Love my Grado headphones. They sound fantastic. And so that was it. So what I did was set it up here. I've got kind of got this 2-desk system here. This is the day job. This is my personal setup here. And yeah, I wish I had a setup so I could just have my Empress boxes just sitting out and ready all the time, but space is a concern. So I had everything hooked up here, and I had old Monovista just back here. I'll get this off the screen here because that's going to... And just pretty much sat here, and the click track, there's like a little clicky there in the beginning. It sounds like sort of like a hi-hat or whatever. Just reach back and, at certain intervals, because I'm monitoring it, go back and swipe the screen. I was like, and so I called it swipe right Monovista. And I hit the jackpot with this one. I hit the jackpot. We'll listen to it here in just a second. It's only a couple minutes long, and I wasn't sure how long to make it, but I got super lucky here with this. So here's the track out on SoundCloud, and let's take a listen to it. All right, here we go. Swipe right Monovista, Disquiet 0477. So swipe right Monovista. I got really lucky there with the with the rhythmic part there, sort of doing a double time near the end, and it was just for a certain sequence. And who knows? I don't know what I was doing. That's the great thing. I love how it like build up there. You build up. You had like 3 different sections there, and then it was at some point there where I touched the screen. It did those higher notes, and it just built along. And yeah, right. I guess it was about 150 or so where the double time came. It was. I was like, okay, we're just gonna. That's it. I always like to leave these. I always like to have these Hunto pieces be between 1 and 2 minutes. So if they get over 2 minutes, there has to be a reason. And compositionally, the piece handled it with aplomb. APLOMBE. Trust in the algorithm. Trust in the programming, right? So that was a big win there. I thought that track turned out just fantastic right out of the box. All I had to do was a bit of editing on the ends because the intro part, it did that little clickety click for quite a while after I hit record, and then I wasn't sure what to do, and that's how we kick things off. And then at the end, I found like a logical stopping point, chop it off, fade it out. It's as simple as that. What about the graphic there? Well, that graphic is actually from Pandora Amp, and that was a track that John released under the name Weather Excuse. It's an older piece by him, and just to kind of get that name out there into the system, and that has to do with this. Whereas, kind of, okay, so you're using chance, or you're using what's the term here? Let's use the right term here. Play something blind. So when you release a piece of music, there's always that. We always have these ideas about how music is promoted in the past, and then how things are done in the present day and in the future. And John comes from a background where he actually worked in the industry out in LA for a number of years for a music promotion company. So they did things a certain way. And then, of course, now things are a little bit different. The industry's different. And I did certain things. Put John's track. I made playlists and stuff like that. And as a result, his track got plays like right out of the box there. And this graphic is a representation of where the track was played, spun, listened to around the United States on Pandora. So this is a graphical interpretation of this. So he released something, and it wasn't just, I don't think there's even a link. There's one link in Iowa for listening there, and that looks like Waterloo or something. So there wasn't even anybody around Cedar Rapids or Iowa City that heard it. Although I'm pretty sure I played it, but maybe not. Who knows? You're busy putting things into playlists. Anyway, the whole point is that whoever listens to your music these days, the graphical representation of just chance, like you don't know where people who listen to your music are, right? And you certainly, you may not necessarily know where your fans are. So there's you are flying blind when you release music. And of course that goes back to the Eno quote that I've been using for many years. Is, it does nothing sitting on a shelf. And you have to release it, get it out there. You don't really have any idea how it sits with everything. So philosophical thing or whatever. Anyway, so that's it for now. I'm going to proceed with the day here, but this is Mark Rushton at markrushton.com. It is Saturday, February 20th, 2021, and we'll talk to you later.